So today I'm going to be changing out the filters in my whole house water filtration system. And we're a little overdue here, and part of that is just procrastination. And part of it was I got ready to do this and actually realized I had two carbon filters and did not have a big filter. So what I do with my system, I've got another video on this and how I set it up. So today we're just about changing the filters. But we had a lot of people watching the first video. I mean, not Mr. Beast kind of numbers, not Dude Perfect kind of numbers, but do those guys change their own water filters? I don't think so. Today we're changing the filters, and what I do with this is I have a 20 micron, a 5 micron, and then a carbon filter. And before that, I actually have a more frequent change filter, a 30 micron, a smaller GE filter, which is easier to change. This one I change a few times a year. These should be about every 6 to 9 months, but I am a little over a year at this point, and our water's starting to taste a little funny, so it's time to work on that and get the system up to date so everybody's enjoying the water and staying hydrated. So I'm going to start a timer here once I have all my supplies together and see exactly how long it's going to take me to change these out, because that is one of the hindrances of doing your own process here, is just finding the time to do it and the energy and getting everything together. So I order these from Amazon. I'll link to them below. And if you're into doing this system, the setting up is fairly pricey, but over time you start to save money, I think, over having like a refrigerator water filter or an under the sink one. Of course, with this, it does the whole house. So your shower water, all your faucets, your washing machine, they're all part of this. So this was part of when we set up, we decided to install a water softener. And as I started looking at those, I realized I need some sort of filter ahead of that. So instead of just getting a simple one, I kind of went big and set up a 4 filter system. You can buy some of these already intact, but I'm kind of a do-it-yourself person who likes to put it together, and I found that you get more for your money if you install it yourself. Of course, there's other costs involved. So we'll look at this. I'll set the timer here on the Google and see how long it takes from start to finish. Hey Google, set a 30-minute timer.
All right, 30 minutes, starting now.
All right, we'll work with that. So 30 minutes. So we're a busy household, so I actually set my system up so I would be able to have a bypass in place for the system. And that way, people needing water while I was working on the system could still get it. So maybe it's overkill, but it's hard to turn the water off when there are 6 other people, all females in the house. Okay, so to start with, go in order and start with the first one. I'm going to release the pressure here, and this is where I like to have towels on hand. So it's a really cold morning and I don't really want to get wet. So even indoors down here in my basement, it's a little chilly. I think it's 18 degrees outside, so I'm not really wanting to get super wet. But so with these, I'm going to release pressure. So this just makes it a lot easier to undo. There are 2 things that keep these sealed, and part of it is the pressure that's created inside, but you have a ring in the top of each one that is sealed, and releasing the pressure is going to make it easier to break that seal initially. So each one of these has a pressure release valve on it, and you'll use it at the beginning here to release the pressure to make that easier to undo. And we've got all the pressure off the system, it feels like, already. And then at the end, I will release the pressure again. This is what helps release the air that's inside of them. So these can be a little difficult to get off. I don't know if you can hear that, but the water is running. There are people up using water. All right, so it came loose with the wrench. So you buy this separately when you buy these, but you'll need it to get them off. Now, to me, this is the hardest part, is when this comes loose, because you're dealing with a jug full of water, essentially, and so it's heavy, and you don't know exactly when it's going to come loose here. So I get close. I have my bucket set up under me. I have mashed a finger before doing this. Here's the one I'm taking out. This was the, I believe it's a 20 micron. You can see the dirt on it. That's pretty cool to know you're getting that stuff out of your water. So part of the process is putting some silicone on this, and so that it will come loose when you take it off next time. And you just want to get a good amount on here each time that you change it out. Put a new ring in here. That's part of being supplied. Making sure that you don't have any leaks. And just smooth it around. That felt a little weird. I'm going to redo it. All right, first one down in about 6 minutes. Obviously, I'm not going for pure speed here. I'm not wearing my swimsuit. Honestly, what has slowed me down some in the past is just remembering which way to turn these things. Because you get here and you start, it's always backwards with plumbing and trying to remember which way to turn it. So I've got an arrow on one here that helps me remember and makes me a lot more confident in putting pressure on them to turn them. So this is the silicone grease I use. You can find this one in your big box department or Home Depot. What's that called? So, but back where there's a few water filters and stuff in there, I think you can buy the GE one in the store, but these others you have to order, as I did from, say, Amazon. All right, 2 down, and we are just over 10 minutes in. Here's the new one I'm going to put in. So probably if I reduced my system, I would go to, if I would just had to do 2 filters, I would definitely want to do a carbon filter. And I would probably just do the GE filter along with it. What, in theory, having more filters does is make everything last longer. So you take the bigger to the smaller. I've seen guys advertise sediment filters too, and I don't really have one of those, but one company offered me one to do a video on, and I just didn't want to really fool with setting up another piece in my plumbing. So I appreciate the offer, but once I have this in place, I'm not really wanting to do a whole lot of intervention unless I have to. So probably if I were redoing it, I might install one of those sediment filters where it allows things to fall out in the bottom, I believe is how that one works. And it would just be a pre-filter to the 30. So my 30, my 20, my 10 are 5, and then my carbon, which is also a 5. Now these have all come loose pretty easily today, which means I did a good job the last time that I changed them of keeping everything lubricated, and that way they come loose easily. I have on occasion had issues getting one loose, and it's really frustrating, as with anything, to have be trying to work on something and not be able to get the bolt, the screw, whatever you're working with, to be able to get it loose. So I've never had these leak. My lights just went out, so let me make some motion. I set up my basement a few years ago with motion detector lights in all 3 sections, so that I didn't have to come downstairs every night. They're not really smart lights, but it's kind of smart lighting. All right, so all 3 are in. I don't think anybody's taking a shower or anything currently, so I will switch the water over. Again, I have it set up on bypass. Anyone getting water upstairs didn't notice an interruption. What you do though is you're allowing the unfiltered water to get into your system somewhat. So if someone, if we used a lot of water during the process, then it would take a while to work through that again and get back to your pure filtered water. So I'm going to turn these on, and you'll hear them start to fill up as the water comes through here. And then as they fill up, I'm going to release the air pressure so that they will seal well and not have any issues. So. And one thing I like about the clear one is being able to see it fill up with the water. With these big blue ones, you can't see that, but you know that they're filling up because you can hear the water coming through. And but as they get filled up, then you want to release. This helps get all the air out, because if you have air in there, you can actually keep your system from working. So you want to release, from what I understand, you want to release the pressure valve until it's not really making a bubbly air sound. All right, so I've got my water full open now. I don't have a huge water pressure. I don't have really high numbers on my water pressure where I live, so you hear a lot of air there in that one. All right, there we go. All right, make sure we're tight. Nobody wants a water leak in their basement. All right, so we did that in 28 minutes. And so except for me taking out 18 minutes, my math is, so except for me taking out the trash, I am pretty much done. I will put this in the floor here. So this is my ring flood freeze sensor. And I usually keep it nearer my hot water heater in the basement, and it will detect kind of the water flow. If I were to have a leak, it all goes to that area. But I'm going to put it in the floor over here near these, just to make sure for a day or two. You know, as a DIY plumber, I always feel a little uncomfortable with anything that I do. Just want to see after a day or two, is this holding up and not leaking? So I'm gonna stick this in the floor, and if there's any water issue, it will let me know on my phone through my Ring alarm system. So I imagine a lot of you who watch this are just curious about whether or not you install this in your own house. To me, it has been worth it. It's a bit of an investment up front, but as far as yearly changing out the filters, I will list those below, and you can check out the prices for the replacements. I usually buy them in advance. If you buy them in bulk, they're cheaper, obviously, but sometimes it's hard to buy bulk when you're thinking like 3, 4, 5 years out. So hope that was helpful today. Thanks for watching.